Hello. Here we have the expression 5 times the absolute value of 1 minus 3 plus the square root of 36 plus 64 all over 48 divided by 3 times 2 cubed. To simplify this expression, let's review the order of operations. If the expression has any grouping symbols, like parentheses, then we need to perform the operations inside the grouping symbols first. If the expression has exponents, we need to evaluate them before multiplying, dividing, adding, or subtracting. Next, multiplication and division has to be evaluated from left to right, and the last operations to be performed will be addition and subtraction. In this expression, we have an absolute value and a square root. Both of them are operations, but they also work as grouping symbols. Therefore, first we need to perform the operations inside the grouping symbols. The fraction bar is an operation because it indicates division, but it is also a grouping symbol. And this means that the expressions above and below the fraction bar should be treated as if they are in parentheses. So let's start simplifying, and in the numerator we have 5, and then inside the absolute value 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Inside the square root, 36 plus 64 equals 100. Make sure you don't take the square root of each of these individual numbers. You could do that only if you would have a product of 36 and 64. In this case, you could take the square root of 36 and the square root of 64. Then you would have 6 times 8, and that would be 48. However, when we have addition, we cannot take the square root of each individual term. Now, in the denominator, we have an exponent, so we will evaluate it first. So we will write 48 divided by 3, and 2 cubed is 8. Then we will have 5 times, and here absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2 because the absolute value represents the distance from this number to 0. So the absolute value will be the positive of this number, which is 2, plus square root of 100 is 10. Now in the denominator we have division and then multiplication, and we need to perform these operations from left to right. So first we will divide 48 by 3, and that is 16. Then we will multiply 16 by 8. Now in the next step, first we will multiply 5 and 2 and get 10, plus another 10, and in the denominator 16 times 8 is 128. Then in the numerator 10 plus 10 is 20, and now we have 20 over 128. And now to simplify this fraction, we need to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the greatest common factor, which is 4. So again, we will divide 20 by 4 and 128 by 4. Then 20 divided by 4 is 5, and 128 divided by 4 is 32. And now the expression is simplified. Thank you for watching.